I think multilingualism is very important. And as teachers, please be multilingual because diversity is the strength of this country. Ekam sat vipraha bahuda vadanti. Why am I saying this? Because we are the only civilization state, along with China, to enter into the, I would say, the fourth industrial revolution. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. And we have to remember we are the only two civilization states. And this is because, please remember, we have given teaching or teacher a very high position in our tradition. After Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, it is Acharya Devo. So as a teacher, you are expected to have integrity with innovation and inclusion, and equality with empathy, excellence with equity. So these are some of the things that we are expected to learn. And I would say teaching should not be only a profession, it should be a commitment. I see many people coming to teaching because they think it is the last resort. Or kuch nahi mila, so teaching should. That is not. I think the best should come to teaching. And learning is a continuous process. What I see today with teachers also, I'm not only blaming students. You don't read, you don't write, you don't think. Please write, please read. Unless you do it, your students will not. I have a joke that machines are learning and humans are serving. So artificial intelligence cannot replace the human mind. This is something I want to tell you because Bharatiya Sanskriti. See, all of you are teachers from different fields here. I would remark, if you want to replicate Nalanda or Takshashila or Vikramashila or even what to say, other ancient schools, it is the holistic nature of Indian knowledge system. We were not anti-science, we were not anti-technology. Science and technology went with philosophy. See, all of you know Tao of physics, Jok Capra. What did he say? Quantum physics was already discussed in Buddhist and Hindu philosophy, he says, that energy goes in packets. It is from Advaita. And Dharmakirti and Nagarjuna's Shunyata. Do we even know it? I would also ask most of you, we are all here from higher institutions of higher learning. We have Nobel Prize winners in science and in sciences. They come from universities that are not the IITs. IIT has not produced even one Nobel Prize yet. Where are they from? C.V. Raman and Subramaniam Chandrasekhar. Elon Musk has named his son Chandrasekhar. It is after Subramaniam Chandrasekhar, both from Presidency College, Madras. Then you have Ramakrishnan from MS University, Baroda. You have Hari Gobind Khurana from Punjab University. And then you have Abhijit from Jawaharlal Nehru University. And Amartya Sen, Delhi can also claim, Pandit can also claim, JNU also can claim. So if you see, we have to understand where is the gap. How did these people become innovative and post-independence? Where have we failed? So you as teachers, and let me tell you the greatest mathematician, Srinivasa Ramanujan, never went to college. He failed the 12th standard, most of you know. So many people say his mother was an excellent person who would do calculations for the horoscope. So is it Vedic learning or is it learning this? And he was a man who knew infinity. So is it what George Bernard Shaw says? My education is continuous except for the interruption of school and college. So as teachers, we have to think about all this. I would also say that please encourage innovation and flexibility. The motto that I have put up in my office is Karmanye Vadikarasya Ma Paleshu Karachi. Because those teachers who come and tell me, Madam, when is my next promotion? When are you doing CAS? I should have. Karmanye Vadikarasya Ma Paleshu Karachi. because that is very important. Let me also congratulate Raghunandanji and Vidya Bharati, because NEP 2020 has raised the aspirations of higher education. And I would also say most important is, please think what should be the Bharatiya narrative architecture. This is what I want to place before you, and only end with the Pancha Pran given by our Honorable Revolutionary Prime Minister Modi. What are the Pancha Pran? One goal of a developed India, knowledge. Vishwa Guru, if we want to become, we have to be a knowledge path. Two, removing any traces of colonial mindset. This is very important. Please encourage Indian languages, and teachers also please be multilingual. जितना आपकी भाषा अच्छी है, दूसरों की भाषा भी अच्छी है. Many people in North India don't know that in South India everybody is not a Madrasi. Or Tamil is not the only language. There's a Telugu, Kannada, Tulu, Malayalam. There are many languages. Please understand the diversity. And most of you should know Tamil is the oldest language. 5,000 years. Hindi is only 200 years. So, badon ko mandu. 3, strengthening our unity. Unity is not uniformity. The power of India is diversity. Celebrate it. Please, in engineering, do you teach how the Brihadishwara temple is built? Not one crack. Today our IIT engineers build a bridge in 5 years, it's cracked or it breaks down. Do we even teach how these things? We have a mandap, what to say, the whole thing on the top, which is 80 tons. How did they lift it up? Or even the Sun temple. I believe he was literally, there were magnetic forces that kept him floating. He was not even to the ground. How are you going to look at all this? That is celebrating our heritage. Do most of us know what is our heritage? That problem is ignorance is not bliss. And lastly, focusing on our duties. I will tell teachers, if you are a role model, students will automatically like you. So my prayer to all of you in the end is Asato ma Satgamaya, Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Thank you, Namaskar. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.
Thank you, ma'am, for emphasizing upon the importance of multilingualism, lifelong learning, and encouraging students to have independent thinking which is contextually rooted.
Sitaram, sir.
We come to the end of this one-day summit, and it is my honor to give vote of thanks on behalf of Vidya Bharati Uच्च Shiksha Sansthan on the occasion of this Teachers Summit on NEP 2020 role of a teacher. On behalf of Vidya Bharati Uच्च Shiksha Sansthan and the entire organizing team that has worked tirelessly towards the successful conduct of this summit, I offer my heartfelt gratitude to all the distinguished speakers, experts, for sharing their profound wisdom, thoughts, ideas and experiences with us today. It has been a privilege for us at Vidya Bharati Uच्च Shiksha Sansthan to host all the luminaries among the audience who have been active participants and contributors of this summit. Vidya Bharati Uच्च Shiksha Sansthan has been tirelessly working towards bringing positive changes with respect to inculcating values of love, respect, pride, integration with the nation, and develop connections between the rich cultural history and knowledge tradition of the past with the futuristic vision of modern India. I am thankful to all the dignitaries and esteemed participants for coming here and becoming part of this endeavor. The deliberations of today saw intellectual discussion and deliberations on the paradigm shift to be brought about in the field of higher education in order to fulfill the objectives of NEP 2020. We had 4 sessions with around 20 distinguished speakers who shared their expert views with us. We are much thankful to Professor Santishree, Vice-Chancellor JNU, Professor C.K. Saluja ji, Sanskrit Promotion Foundation, Professor Balram Pani, Dean of Colleges, University of Delhi, and Professor Prashant Gupta, IIM Nagpur, for aptly concluding the deliberations of the summit and for connecting the past knowledge systems with the future progresses. My heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Subhash Sarkar, Honorable Minister of State for Education, Government of India, who was our chief guest along with Professor Yogesh Singh, Vice-Chancellor, University of Delhi, as the distinguished guest, and Professor Kailash Chandra Sharma, President, Vidya Bharati Uच्च Shiksha Sansthan, for giving the audience a nuanced understanding of the responsibilities of a teacher in creating responsible citizens of the country. I also want to convey my deep regards and hearty thanks to Professor Anil Sahasrabuddhe, Professor Dinesh Singh, Professor Srinivas Varkare for their gracious presence and for highlighting the importance of holistic implementation of NEP 2020 that would ensure that our students become proud and informed Bharatiya. My sincere thanks to Professor Nageshwar Rao, Professor Manoj Sinha, Professor Pankaj Arora for contributing towards understanding the practical execution of NEP 2020. I express my heartfelt gratitude to all the dignitaries, Mananiya Shri Prakash Ji, Vice President Vidya Bharati Uच्च Shiksha Sansthan, who could not join us today but has given us his blessings. Mananiya Shri Raghunandan Ji, Organizing Secretary Vidya Bharati Uच्च Shiksha Sansthan. We also have among us principals of Delhi University colleges, Professor R.K. Gupta, PGTAV College Evening, Professor Vijay Lakshmi Nanda, Miranda House, Professor Rajesh Giri Rajdhani College, Professor Hemant Kukriti Shamlal College Evening, Professor Narendra Singh Zakir Hussain College. We also have among us Professor Ashutosh Bharadwaj, Delhi University, Professor Raju, Dean IGNO, Professor B.K. Kanojia from NIT Jalandhar, and Professor Jaishankar Pandit from Lucknow, Professor Ruchir Gupta for facilitating the summit on behalf of AICTE, Professor T.G. Sitaram, Director of AICTE. Professor Sitaram could not join us due to his prior commitments but has sent his best wishes to us. My profound gratitude to AICTE and all its staff for facilitating this summit fully and providing immense logistics, infrastructural and intellectual support, and all the other distinguished resource persons of the summit and dignitaries from different parts of the country. The summit will remain inconclusive if we do not thank Professor Ravi Narayankar, Principal Shamlal College, Professor Raj Kishore, Delhi University, Professor Akhilesh Mishra, Professor Kiran Hazarika. Words are not enough to thank their constant guidance, support and vision to shape this summit. I also want to thank and congratulate young talented students Anushant and Tridev for their powerful renditions of Deep Mantra and Saraswati Vandana that ensured Ma Saraswati's blessings on us today and afterwards. On behalf of Vidya Bharati Uच्च Shiksha Sansthan, I sincerely thank all the teacher participants representing different institutions of the country like Delhi University, JNU, IGNO, Galgotia University, MIT, GBU, CCS University, Meerut and many more. I must also thank all the organizing team members from different institutions who came together to make this summit a successful and fruitful experience with many takeaways for all of us. In the end, I must extend my generous thanks towards Vidya Bharati Uच्च Shiksha Sansthan for their leading guidance and inspiration at every point during the preparation and execution of this summit. Thank you everyone for joining us today. आप सभी को शुभ संध्या.